Today we're gonna find out a big question is still standing and big issue. A 3D printer to design and print the adapter. So today she's getting a new tire. Phone up a place and they actually have one. So we're gonna get this changed. Ta-da! New tire! Oh yeah! Brand new, baby. Hello and welcome back. So it's been nearly a week since I have been working on this car due to some issues that we came across from the last video that you have seen. One of the issues was the headlight. It was the wrong part number, so it wasn't fully operational. Like there was few features missing. So I have received quite a few bits and pieces. So today is an exciting day. This is the MAF sensor that I've been waiting for so long. So I end up ordering another one and another one and another, so I end up actually ordering 4 of them sensors and only have received 3. So with this, there's actually an interesting thing. I actually had to 3D print a few things to make it work, but we'll come back to that later. We need to fit this air box, which I actually got from eBay, and then we need to fit this. So the first thing I'll fit is this. It's for your supercharger. It's the air intake, and it goes in here behind us obviously, but I think I made a mistake. I'm gonna unscrew it to drop it down a bit so I can actually slide this under into there. Probably should have done that first, but oh well, mistakes were made. So I was using the V-ratchet to unscrew that, and I was like, that's gonna take forever, and I was like, sure, I bought a new toy. Bought a new toy, boys, and this should increase the productivity levels up to 1000%. You know what I'm saying? It's just an excuse that I keep telling myself for buying that. So let's try this. Oh yeah, this is actually, it is 10 times better. That's amazing. Now that I have this fitted, I'm gonna fit this plastic under tray for the radiator packet, and it's pretty easy. There's just a couple clips. Have clipped in the bottom under tray for the radiators. It's all nicely clipped in, and now what we have to do is put the air box on here, and we have to fit the MAF sensor. But the MAF sensor that I have bought, it was for the older model car. It was still for Jaguar, but it was for the old one. And this is the original sensor that was inside here, and it was actually glued. And I had to cut it nicely and pop it out. And I had to modify it as well to fit the new sensor, which is this one. So as you can see, it's a lot different. It's thinner and this is a lot thicker, but it fits now. But obviously I couldn't leave it like that because it's loose and it's not right, so I had to use a 3D printer to design and print the adapter for the new sensor. Yes, I could have went and bought the right one, but I couldn't find it online anywhere. You can get plenty of the sensors, but you can't get the housing for it. And I could have went to Jaguar, but probably would have cost you about 500 quid, maybe, I don't know, just throwing the number out there. But this housing with the sensor was 20 quid, and the actual sensor was 30 quid. So really, the whole thing is 20 quid, or 50 quid, and then this cost me 50p to print. Maybe not even, maybe 20p to print. And I have used the Onshape program to design this part, and I used the Bamboo X1 3D printer to print it, and it actually came out really nice. So this fits, I'll show you this quickly. So this fits like that. As you can see, the gap is right now, and it fits nice and snug. So I'm gonna glue this onto this, and then this just literally slides in, yeah. And 2 screws will bolt that down, and it's all nicely lined up. Oh, let me press it down onto it. So if I press this onto it, so it's lined up really nice and square, so that shouldn't have any issues. Plus that fits here anyway. It's a seam mounting, even though it's the older part. I have glued this on using the silicone and super glue. So now the sensor is ready to go in. So I have used heat shrink to make a wee gasket. I do feel like once that's in, it needs to be sealed. So I think that's gonna do a good job. So what we'll have to do is stick this on here, like this. 2 screws. One more thing we need to do, we need to fit 2 deflectors. So this is the original one, and this one is 3D printed one. So 3D printed this. So basically I measured from the left hand side and then mirrored. On a program you can mirror your parts, and this is for the right hand side. So I still need to get the wee spongy things for this, but it actually came out really good. It was these parts, like literally this size, like size of my hand. It's like 55 quid on eBay, and to print this it cost me £1. I know it's not original, but I can't justify 55 quid for this, to be honest. So let's get these fitted and see how they look. This is fitted. This is a deflector, like a side deflector. This is 3D printer one. I still need to get that the spongy stuff, but I use this. This is from Amazon, so these are like fixtures and stuff that was missing, so I have used the universal ones, which fits good. It's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's getting dark as always, but I would like to straighten this out. I'm not gonna make it perfect, obviously, but I would like to make it good enough so I can fit the light, and that might damage the light when it's closed. So I would like to straighten just enough, bring that back enough so I can put the light. So I think you need to heat this first. So I'm gonna use heat gun to heat it up a bit. So I didn't spend too much time working on this, and I think it's as good as I gonna get at the minute, and it's enough for the headlight to clear that, or the lens, because I think before, if I close that, the lens would get cracked. And this is the new headlight that I received from eBay. It took a bit of time to get this one, but this is correct part number. The other headlight, I was trying to return it and get the replacement, but the guy stopped answering my messages, so I have another headlight which is slightly different part number to this, but if anybody needs it, hit me up. I got a spare headlight. So yeah, let's get this headlight fitted and test it to see if all the function works. It looks, everything seems to be working. The only difference is this one turns off slower, but that may be to do with the timer. There's some timers on these, it might be, I don't know. So I need to check. I'm gonna plug the computer in to see if I can get that reset somehow. I don't know, but everything else seems to be good. Look at that, that looks brilliant. I call that success. I do need to obviously look at to see why it's turning off slower, but everything else seems to be working. Yes! High five! Great. We're back. This is next day. Last night it got too dark, so I had to leave it. But today we're gonna find out. A big question is still standing, and big issue is the coolant didn't get it up to the temperature because of mass sensor wasn't happy running the car lumpy. So we have fitted the mass sensor, the airbox, the light, and other few plastic bits and bobs and 3D printed parts and stuff. So what do we need to do? Get this. I would like to get this car moved here, and she's been huffing. She's been jealous of me working on this. So she's like, no, I'm not gonna start. I'm gonna start this, move it here. This charging overnight, but it charged fully and then obviously cut off, and then by the time I got here it discharged itself again. So now I have to charge this up because she won't start. She's just not happy with me at all. But because we're waiting for this, what we can do is get this car up to the temperature, and we're gonna find out if she's gonna overheat or it's gonna be sweet. Oh, this is a big moment. Let's see. Ignition on. Okay, wipers on. We have nearly half a tank of fuel, maybe over, yeah, slightly over. Alright, let's go. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do first? What we'll do first, so I'm gonna check the 3 bleeding points to see if there's any air, because it's been sitting a while, and they say when it sits a while the air travels up to the highest point, which is here. So I'm going to unscrew and see if there's any air in the system. I've removed the covers and it sits right here. Oh yeah, so when the car, if you can't start the car and you need to push it because this is automatic, this is actually override to your neutral. So if you pull this like that, and it clicks in, the car is in neutral, so you can actually push the car now. I forgot to say this to in the first video. This is how we actually end up getting the car moving onto the trailer and off the trailer, is by engaging this. And how disengage with one hand is hard, so you pull that again, and there's a wee clip. You loosen that clip, but I can't do it now. Oh, you heard a click, and that's it. That's back to normal. There's any air, so you loosen that. Oh, there is. You hear it? I bled all the 3 points. One here, one there, and the most awkward one, I honestly don't know why they put it in there, but you need a mega long screwdriver. I have a screwdriver there, but it's not long enough. But there's one right here. It's crazy. I don't know how you're supposed to get to that, but then I had to top it up a bit more. It was actually going too low, which is a good sign. That means there was an airlock, which we have got rid of. So what we'll do now, we're gonna get this started. Oh yeah. Okay. So the temperature is here. So when it's in the middle, that means we're good. And if it doesn't move from the middle up towards the red line, that means we're sweet. Girl is running, waiting to get it up to the temperature. Let's try to start this. Oh no. She's not cooperating at all. I have ended up doing jump starting. It wasn't charging up, so I had to jump start it using my new baby. Yeah. So as you can see, we got the car moved, and it's been idling for about, I say for about good 15 minutes, and the temperature is staying good. So I think we have this problem fixed. Well, it wasn't a problem to start off. I think I just didn't fill it correctly, and then after bleeding a couple times and let it go up to the temperature, I think it's good. It's holding the temperature, so that means it's ready for some cosmetics. And when I say cosmetics, I mean the front bumper. Wait a minute, now the car is up to the temperature, what else we can do? We can wrap the poop out of it. You know what I mean? See what it sounds? Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go to sports mode. Yeah. Right. And it's time to get the front nose on. So this is the front bumper, and I got this as a complete bumper from AMS. Them guys are absolutely brilliant. Whatever way is in a photo, that's exactly what you're getting. No messing about. And it's a really nice bumper, F-Type, or not sure what that stands for. There's a Jaguar badge, and this came with everything. It came with the wire loom, it came with the headlight washers, the sensors for your crash, what do you call it, SRS sensors. And the only thing I have to do for the washers, I need to repair the pipe, because there's no washer fluid pipe on here, so I need to repair the old one. There was a few parts missing off it, so it shouldn't be too hard to do, but I think I'm going to get this on first, because these connections look okay, so we're just gonna have to plug them in. So what are we gonna do now is put the bumper on the car. Here we go. Okay, wow, this looks actually really good. Obviously the body lines will not be perfect, because that's out, and then here it needs to be pushed back in a couple mil. The light needs to come out. It's not going to be set perfectly anyway to this car. This is actually a big moment, but you can actually see the shape. You can see the curves, the lights. Like I said, obviously the body lines are not good, but even that, I didn't actually do that bad of a job. Straighten that. The light needs to come out a bit. That actually looks like a car now, boys and girls. This is actually a huge improvement. Okay, so we need to do one more thing. I'm gonna get a front fender. I'm gonna fit that and see what that looks like. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go and get it. Just like new. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. Before I put the side fender on, I need to put the two hoses for your washer fluid. So I have this all done. I'm gonna just put a cable tie here like this, and it goes around here, and I have it clipped in there, and it clipped in here, and it clipped in here, and cable tied it, and then it connected back in there. So it's nicely cable tied. I replaced these with the Amazon cable tie clips things. Amazon keeps getting free advertisement, but this is what I've used, and it's a good job. So there's no fluid to test to see if they work, but we'll do that some other time, because it is getting late and I want to fix that bumper to the car. so I don't have to take it off. Of course there was no screws with that bumper, so I went and got 10 million bolts, and hopefully they will do the job. Starting to look amazing. So I got the bumper fixed. Didn't do the bottom part, I just done the top, just to hold it, just enough to hold it in its place. So let's see. Let's turn the lights on. See how this baby looks. Ignition on. Oh yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, look at that. The car is taking the shape. It's coming back to life. There's a reason why this channel is called Exotic Pulse, because what we do in this channel, we bring these babies back to life. And she's the first one. She's the first victim, but not the last. Oh boy, I cannot wait to take this on the road. No, not today, maybe not today, but I'm so tempted to. Because everything else seems to be good. Yeah, let's see. Let's put the side wing on. Yeah, the body gaps are not great, but that's not what we're trying to do now. What we're trying to do now, it's pretend that this finished. I nearly ran out of the bolts. All the bolts that I brought over nearly all gone. All used up. I'm gonna have to go and steal more. So okay guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. It got too dark, so we'll come back some other time when the weather is good to finish this up, but already looking pretty good. I think we've done a really good progress in the past couple of days. The car is nearly looking ready. Obviously it looks like it needs some paint work, but that's just how it goes.